Initially, what attracted me to the Edmund project was the chance to work with Stuart Gordon again. We were just finishing King of the Ants, the first film I did for him, when he told me about the project and gave me the script. One thing he knew from the beginning was that William H. Macy was going to play Edmund, and he's one of my favorite actors, so I was really excited about that. And David Mamet had written it and adapted it from his play. So there wasn't much not to get excited about as far as Edmund goes. For Edmund, I seem to do a lot of writing on the piano. I remember sitting at the piano for quite a while, trying to come up with the exact right thing, trying to convey, different emotions and different, having the music have more than one purpose. That's always the most difficult part. Like, this is sad but uplifting. Trying to find an alternate to the obvious when I'm looking for something to create tension or be dramatic or emotive. There's a lot of bass-driven pieces, particularly the exterior scenes. The film pretty much dictates the music. I mean, you're responding to the film, and it was pretty clear that we needed a jazz score for this. And my music has been referred to as jazz before, but I don't really consider myself a jazz composer. So that in itself was a challenge, just in that I wanted to still have something unique and kind of have my stamp on it. But in a way, it was kind of traditional in that I knew that after spotting sessions with Stuart that we were going to go with, a trumpet, piano, sort of quartet-y kind of sound, but accented and augmented with, the instruments that I kind of enjoy and that I use. As far as my approach instrumentally, I pretty much am the orchestra, for lack of a better word. I play all the instruments on most of my scores. Edmund was one of the times that I actually was lucky enough to have a soloist. I had Asdru Sierra, who's the singer and trumpet player for Ozone Motley, came down, and it was a really great experience working with him. I used a bit of this on Edmund, preparing a piano, John Cage style, which involves objects placed in the strings. When I was writing and recording Edmund, there was a construction site 15 feet from the wall of the studio, so they were building 7 houses because they couldn't fit 8. And most of the score was recorded in the middle of the night, or in the evening, starting in the evening through the middle of the night, because it was too loud to record anything during the day. So I would mix and write during the day, but even the spotting session, Stuart and I were sitting here and they were demolishing houses next door. There were tractors dropping, refrigerator-sized pieces of concrete as we're trying to decide where the music's going to go. And I thought that was kind of appropriate for the film, so in a way, as Edmund's destroying his life. All the gigs I've played over the years where I was singing and playing, then I would just learn stuff by ear. It's just I could pick things up in a minute. I always say, just be true to yourself. That's what I'm trying to do, is just try to have something that comes from an honest place, from who I am. And, although you're asked to be a chameleon, I think that if you trust your process and if you let it come from an honest place that starts with who you are as a musician, as a composer, as a film fan, then you're going to hopefully have something that translates.